Hello everyone. How are we doing tonight? Sorry I keep postponing. I think I'll just make it a permanent stream at 9:15 other than trying to make it for 9 and then postponing it. Because I was making dinner and it was 8:30 and it was barely done. And I was like, okay, I guess I should call it in early. Listen, I'm sorry, Zethas, but welcome, Forlorn. Welcome. How are you been? Today is definitely a day. But Zethas, congrats on first. Congrats. And no, I wasn't late, according to my second calculation. But I hope you've all been doing well. Heck, I forgot to make tea. It's okay. We'll play. See how we go. And maybe in like 20 minutes or something, I'll go make some tea or some beverage to help the narration going. Doing okay? Hope you're doing great. I am. Tea is evil. What should I make then? Then why is tea evil? Also, oh shit, Sybil, you're right. After dinner, I was checking to see if I had a little sweet treat I could have, as a little dessert. And there was a chocolate bar that would expire this month. And I brought it over to the table and I told my boyfriend, like, listen, this chocolate bar is gonna expire this month, so we gotta start eating it. And he looked me dead in the eyes and said, we're eating it all today. And we did. We split an entire chocolate bar for dessert, and honestly, you only live once, am I right? So, it was really yummy too. So no regrets. No regrets at all. So, Sybil, though my opinion of Sybil is neutral, I used to not like her, but since we played episode 5, we kind of know where she comes from. I am a little more empathic, is that the word? I like my problematic age gap. Uh-oh. Let me stop the music. And I really want to do an episode of stream. So let's see how today goes with episode 3. Because I remember episode 3 being kind of big. Let me see how long was my VOD last time. Let me see. Playlists, Scarlet Hollow. Chapter 3. Okay, no. Chapter 2 took me way longer. No, last time I played, I split chapter 3 into 2 streams, so let's see. Well, I apparently got a rare scene when I romance her. You can romance Sybil? What? Okay, let's continue. We don't want to see a recap, thank you. Okay. Oh my god. Is the audio okay for you? Well, kinda. Kinda, it works. Kinda is nice. Sunshine filters in through the dusty windows of the estate as a dull ache of last night's activities throb in and out of focus. Yeah, the audio is good. Okay, because to me it's a little loud, so let me... Okay. You managed to survive a second night in the town of Scarlet Hollow. Well, the kind is that are you romancing Sybil, really? Ah, I guess. I see what you're doing. As you pull yourself out of bed, you can feel the soot and grime of the Shaw mine still stuck to your skin. Girl, go shower. What? Unless there is an achievement to starting a day without showering, because if you know me, I'm really into achievements. But I don't think there is. I've been looking at them every now and again. Yeah, there are achievements for not showering. Then let's not. You decide not to shower. I just prefer a natural musk. That's right. You just prefer a natural musk. Time to start your day. Let's check on Dustin. Oh my god. There are 2 of them now. I didn't get an achievement, but that's okay. We are doing things different. Though you have to not shower episode 4 as well. Okay, noted, noted. Morning, Dustin. Who's your friend?
Her name's Mom. She comes to visit. Hi, Dustin, Mom. We gotta stay with Dustin until glass house empty. Thank you, Human, for taking care of my boy.
What happened to your glass house?
Asshole squatter move in. Kick Dustin and Mom out.
Okay, music might be a little loud. Okay. Is that better? Yep, awesome.
Squatter tried to aid Mom. Squatter evil. Squatter may be asshole, but Squatter not evil. It just tries to sprout, just like all creature. Dustin still have much to learn.
Oh. I had a rough night. Can you console me?
Was it because of Cat Monster? Dustin was scared too. If a Cat Monster wants to eat Dustin, Cat Monster will have to go through Dustin and Mom first. Dustin and Mom will kill him. Then Dustin and Mom ate like things. It's nature.
Well, gotta go. Bye.
Gang.
That's that. Should I text someone? You get an achievement for unfriending them? I don't want that. That's so sad. Look out the window. You walk over to the window, fondly thinking about the pleasant view it provided you on Monday. It's the same view. Okay. Just check the closet. Every time you see that doll, your heart skips a beat. It hasn't moved, right? Turn back. I did it once for achievement, then reloaded. I get it. But that's so mean. Let's send a message to the group chat. Should I text only one of them? I mean, I'm already romancing Kanika on my last save, so let's try and get something with Stella, even though I'd really like to romance the doctor. Forgot her name, but the doctor. Kelly. You can still text all of them? Okay, let's do that. Pull out your phone and text Stella. Send a photo of a creepy mascot in a grungy basement. It'll probably be a bit before you get a response. Let's text Kanika. And I don't think you can start the romance with Kelly yet.
No!
You pull out your phone to text Kanika. How are you holding up? It'll probably be a bit before you get a response, and let's fucking chat with everyone. I'm gonna say, what's the game plan? And it'll probably be a bit before you get a response. You've done everything you wanted to up here. It's time to start your day. But today we are keeping your options open. Oh, because I texted everyone. I see. You enter the kitchen to find your cousin in the midst of devouring a pint of banana chocolate chunk. She isn't alone. Frou glares at you from her usual spot on the counter as a red-headed woman busies herself trying to tidy as best as she can. Vile woman, the destroying the natural order in my kitchen. Tabitha's gaze swivels from the woman to you, her glare intensifying. Yeah, I'm gonna say, the possums in my dresser told me someone's squatting in the greenhouse. Oh my god, they're gonna look, oh yeah, they're gonna think I'm crazy. Ugh, this place is infested with those things.
Oh, be nice, I think they're cute.
Anyways, nobody lives in the garden. Why are you even asking? Out with it, and I don't want any of this talking animals nonsense. I'm not going to lie. I'm just gonna remain silent. Should I stick with it? Fuck it, what do I have to lose? I'm sticking with my dresser opossum story. I can talk to animals, you know. Sure you can. I'm gonna say, hi, I'm Dronum.
Good morning, I'm Janie. Just here to do my little weekly cleaning. Whatever cleaning Miss Tabitha will let me do, at least. I could have this place looking brand new, you know.
Don't go making any big renovations or moving anything around. I like knowing where my stuff is.
Okie dokie. So nice to finally meet you, Tronum. Both Miss Perlane and Miss Tabitha have talked about you.
Janie.
So much, but hearing about someone and meeting them face to face are two completely different things, I suppose. All I'm trying to say is that it's wonderful to finally actually meet you, and I'm so happy part of the family is here to keep Miss Tabitha company. What with everything that's
Janie.
Oh, I'm sorry, Miss Tabitha. Am I being too much again?
Tabitha grumbles in acknowledgement. Bonjour, Fufu. Bonjour, sacre bleu. Do not think you can just bonjour me just because I slept at the foot of your bed last night. I still despise you. 3 humans at once. This is abhorrent. Your stink will linger here for hours. How am I to bear it? Talking to my cat, huh? Are you sure you didn't get hit on the head last night?
You don't say good morning to your pets? I always make sure to talk to my farm cats and alpaca like they're people. To me, they kinda are.
Any updates on Rosalina? Yeah, they had to take her foot. Oh yeah, that happened. Ooh. You're lucky that wasn't you. What were you thinking going after those two? Tabitha takes one last spoonful of ice cream, then discards the empty container, turning to you with her trademark scowl. Let's get going. I've got an errand to run in town, and every time I've let you here alone, something terrible's wound up happening, so you're coming with me. I mean, it is what it is. I'm not gonna say like that. But I hadn't had breakfast. We'll find you something in town. Janie, lock up when you leave, please, and don't go rearranging anything. I'll know. As you're ready to leave, Janie approaches you from the far side of the kitchen. Tabitha remains between the two of you, impatiently tapping her foot.
Oh, Tron, before you go, I heard about what happened last night. I mean, I heard about it before Miss Tabitha mentioned it just now, and then I heard it again. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry you got caught up in that. I'll be praying for Asker and poor little Rosalina. They're such sweethearts. Couldn't have happened to nicer people.
I'm gonna be mystical as fuck. Last night was an unavoidable tragedy, but I'm afraid there's more to come.
Oh dear, that sounds just dreadful. Have you considered stopping by the church at some point this week? My husband's the pastor and has been going absolutely stir-crazy since we've moved here, with that nobody really attending sermons. It'll probably do him a lot of good to talk with you through your worries.
Maybe. I'm not Christian, but thank you for the offer.
That's all right. My Daniel likes to talk with all sorts of people. He just wants to extend support to anyone who needs it. Feel free to stop by the church at any time. The door is always open.
Why do you clean this place?
I don't really ask myself that sort of question. It's a job. I get paid, and of course, I've known the family for a while, so it seemed like a decent thing to do. Make a little extra money. Plus, maybe one of these days she'll let me really spruce up the place. Can you imagine it back at its full glory? It'll be a lot of work, but what a project.
Keep dreaming, Janie. Enough dawdling, we're leaving. You and Tabitha walk through the doors of the estate and into her car. The ride to town is uneventful, your cousin unsurprisingly more focused on the road than on making conversation. Alright, we're just popping into the general store for a few minutes. What are we doing at the general store? Picking up tea from Sybil. Oh neat, what kind of tea? I don't know, the kind Sybil makes. She makes a bunch of weird stuff, I don't know what all of it's called. Quit interrogating me about tea blends cheese. After everything that's happened about the past 2 days, it's nice to just run an errand. Exactly. You and Tabitha turn out the door to the general store, but it's open. A flustered Kanika exits, shouting behind her. Fine, okay, keep coddling him. Keep letting him get away with stuff you never would have let me so much as think about. I'm sick of carrying this family. Kanika storms off, the door slowly drifting shut behind her. Other people in their drama. If more people kept things to themselves, they'd be a lot happier. I'd be losing if it Miles were my brother. Yeah, you probably would be. Come on already, let's go. Oh, Avery! Yeah, but he's there every day, and I know he comes in to see you every now and then, so... I hardly think Mr. Tremaine not coming into the diner for one day is something to worry about. Well, if you say so, see you around, Sybil. I don't know what voice to give him. You have a good one, dear. Oh, Tabitha, long time no see. Feels like you'd never make it all the way down to Main Street. Okay. Hey, I'm sure it goes without saying, but I just wanted to know that all of us over at the diner really feel for you. Anything you need, just let us know, okay? What? The stranger nods politely and then leaves without saying another word. What the hell was that? Apparently they're from the diner? I don't know. Well, at least I'm not the only one confused by that interaction. Talking to me with familiarity. I don't even know who that was. Anyway, it's not important. Good morning, Sybil. Good morning, you two. Hope you're doing well after last night's activities. Is the new blend ready? Of course. Turnham, if you'd like to keep Miles company, Tabitha and I will just be a minute. I'm afraid of Miles. What if he makes fun of me for being old? Miles glares up at you. I don't even think about you. I'm not gonna waste my energy making fun of you. Oh, Miles, always such a cut-up. Be civil while I'm gone. Sybil motions for Tabitha to follow, and they both disappear into the tea room, closing the door behind them with a tinkling of bells. What if I try and listen in? You walk up to the door of the tea room to listen in. Subtle. I no longer than you'd hoped, but... Sybil pauses, and a moment later you hear footsteps move to the far end of the tea room. If she and Tabitha resume the discussion, their voices are too soft for you to hear. It isn't long before the tinkling of bells interrupts you or your attempted listening session to announce another patron. Excuse me. Wait, you're Tronum, aren't you? My name's Bo. I'm Duke's boy. It's a pleasure to meet you. The policeman told me you saw what happened to my daddy. Folks don't really seem to care that your dad is dead, do they? Oh, folks have been coming by. My mama and me have been getting visitors, but it'd be awful helpful if the police was able to get his body out of the woods. Give us both some peace of mind, and we could have a proper funeral. They seem to think he's still alive out in the woods, but me and my mama both know he ain't coming back. Mama's pretty broken up about him trying to hold it together since I'm the man of the house now, but it ain't easy. Me and him was supposed to bring Big Betty to the state fair this week, but now it's gone, and as of this morning, so was she. So I suppose if I'm not going to the fair, I may as well make myself useful and get out in the woods to look for what's left of my daddy. You was there, right? Could you tell me where to look so I can try and find him? And say, have you seen anything strange on the farm the past couple of days? Not really, no, but I've been awful busy with everything that's still happening. Them chickens keep disappearing though. I don't think you want to see him like that. It's really bad. I'm a farm boy, blood don't bother me none. I just want to find my daddy, even if he's like one of them horror movie monsters. He's still my daddy, and he shouldn't be out in them woods where animals can take a piece of him. What if I just tell him where they are? He died on the northwest edge of town off the Aschina Trail. Thanks, Ron. I appreciate it trying to help us out. I don't rest easy knowing he's out there somewhere all by his lonesome. And please tell Miss Scarlet I'm sorry about our mama. Tabitha and Sybil are still in the tea room. Your phone buzzes. Oh my god, hey, I overslept. Still gotta make myself breakfast, meet at the library after figure out plan. And then it buzzes again. Stella sends you back an image of an exhausted alien. Hey again, lol, if you want to come over for breakfast, would not hate it. And then it buzzes yet again. Somebody was busy this morning. Oh, hey again. If you want to hang out before the library thing, I'm parked in the abandoned lot by the gas station. It's hard to miss. Tabitha sure is taking her time in there. Shit, I wanted to go after Kanika, but I guess I'll swing by Stella's. Or should I wait for Tabitha? Tabitha is not gonna like me if I go wander off, you know? I should be a good girl, shouldn't I? But Stella is Stella? Yeah, but Stella is Stella. Because I've been a good girl. I've been doing things for Tabitha. I mean, I did eat ice cream. I shouldn't have done that. So, look, fuck it. Let's swing by Stella's. It doesn't take you long to make your way to Stella's house. Hi, Stella! You take a deep breath and yell at the top of your lungs. I'm not gonna do that. I live in an apartment, please. Your shout is immediately met by the yelps of an excited Gretchen. She's here, Stella, she's here! An exhausted Stella groggily stares at you from her doorway. Hey, sorry I'm a bit of a mess. I guess I slept in a lot. Give me a minute to finish getting dressed and I can make us some breakfast. Aww, she has a cute kitchen. Stella talks from the other room as she changes. What are you feeling for breakfast? Pancakes, eggs, and biscuits. Maybe just a classic scramble. I also have toaster waffles if that's more your speed. I may have already had my breakfast, but that won't stop me from partaking in whatever scraps may fall onto the floor, of course. The picture of Derpy Gretchen really brings it all together, doesn't it? Oh, definitely. That is the centerpiece. It wouldn't be this kitchen if she wasn't in it, you know? Okay, let's... biscuits. Biscuits, please. Yes, I was hoping you'd go for biscuits. King of breakfast, in my opinion. We can even do it together. I used to have a jumpsuit just like Stella's, but I'm afraid mine has been torn to shreds from years of use. Alright, let's get started. Should I flirt? I really wanted to romance Dr. Kelly, but I don't know how to do that. Retin is a necessary part of life. Yeah. But I really like where she keeps her little dish sponge. Well, I guess can I explore my options? Can I flirt with everybody? I'm gonna flirt with everybody. That's a cute jumpsuit. It most certainly is, isn't it? Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. This used to be my lucky getup from back when I did ghost hunting videos. Though I guess you might call it unlucky since I've never actually seen a ghost. But hey, after the past couple of nights, maybe we could use a bit of bad luck. The kind of bad luck where we don't find anything, of course. Don't want to jinx us. Should we get started on food? I'm starving. Yeah, let's do it. Yes, I'm here for that enthusiasm. Oh, she's so cute. Biscuits from scratch seem to intimidate a lot of people, but once you get it down, they're super quick and easy. How about you mix the butter into the dry ingredients while I get everything ready? Oh, we're making scones. I haven't had scones in like 2 years, man. She hands you a bowl. You gotta get in there with your hands. Just squish the butter into the flour until all big chunks are gone. Well, let's just squish that mix. You get to work and start kneading the mix. I'll get started on the gravy while you're at it. Anyway, seemed like you got an earlier start than I did today. Anything interesting happen while I was asleep? Did Tabby give you a hard time? And have you heard anything from Oscar? See, I met Bo at the general store this morning. That poor guy, how's he doing? Apparently Big Betty's gone missing. Really? How does a 2,000-pound pumpkin just disappear? The cops still haven't found Duke's body. He says he wants to look himself. Gosh, that sounds dangerous. I hope it stays safe. I haven't talked to Oscar yet, but apparently they had to amputate Rosalina's foot. The color drains from Stella's face. Oh no. That poor pup. I hope I made things easier. Stella sat in silence for a moment before perking up. I baked some cookies last night after we got home. I was a little restless. I'll bring them over today. Not sure what else I can even do. Though cleansing his house as spiritual resident will probably be helpful too. Hope you haven't forgotten about our ghost hunting plans this evening. Tonight's hunt. I'm just gonna say, I don't know if it really matters how I feel about it. It's gotta get done. Yeah, Oscar and Rosalina are stuck living in a back room. And with Rosalina's injuries, it's gotta get done, even if getting it done just means finding out that there isn't a ghost. And hey, it'll probably be chill. Ghosts are usually pretty harmless, I think. As long as you're not adventuring in an abandoned mine. I don't see how even a legit haunting could be anywhere near as bad as everything that happened to us yesterday or the day before. And bearing the whole Tommy Knocker situation, if those even were ghosts, I've never actually encountered one. Odds are nothing serious happens and we get a night of well-deserved rest and gentle spooks. After all the excitement of the past 2 days, his old bones definitely need a break. I'm gonna say, Stella, please don't say it'll be chill. You're gonna jinx it. You know, just now that you mention it, I guess that's starting to become a pattern, isn't it? Well, even if it's not chill, it's like you said, it's gotta get done. How's the squishing coming along? Ew, what the fuck? It's some of the flour and butter mix. You silently raise a handful of the crumbly flour and butter mixture to your mouth and chomp it down. It's salty and oily, but dry at the same time. The baking powder leaves an unpleasant aftertaste. Stella watches you choke down on the mouthful of raw ingredients, taken aback at first. And then she bursts into laughter. Oh my god, that's hilarious!
I bet that was an interesting flavor experience. She reaches over and takes a bowl from you. Looks perfect. Now I just have to add the wet stuff and we're in business. Don't worry, I'll do the whole roll out and fold part. I know that might be intimidating. You wash your hands as Stella adds her milk concoction to the flour mixture, stirring a few times before turning them to the counter for the final steps. Our little babies are ready to go in the oven. And if you don't mind, I'm going to make an egg for myself while we wait. Yeah, actually gonna have an egg too. Of course, the more the merrier. I hope you like over easy. Stella cracks an egg into a fresh pan and gets back to work on the stove. Thanks for coming over, by the way. Sometimes this place feels empty, you know. Even with me around, my Stella gets lonely from time to time. It's so nice to see her have a guest. What happened to your parents? Stella tenses. Car crash. They were taking me to college. I didn't wind up going to college. Not much more to be said. Ah, I see. Did you ever try to go back to school after that? Stella stares down at breakfast, food sizzling away in the pan. No, didn't have to. I inherited his house, so I didn't need to worry about where to live. And why live down? I know everybody here. I don't know anybody out there. Except you now. Sorry I brought it up. Let's talk about something else. I'm gonna say, it seems like you and Kanika don't hang out much anymore. Yeah, we kept up while she was away at school, but now that she's back, she's so busy with the store. It's really not fair that she had to put her whole life on hold. It's been nice hanging out with her more the past couple of days, though, even if I wish the circumstances were better. Tabitha? Why do you still bother with Tabitha? She's so mean to you. I don't think that's true. She's decent, sure, and kinda terse. Terse? Yeah, but I think that's just her way of joshing with me. Like the whole band from the mind thing. She's so funny. She should just talk to you. Oh, it's fine. She's got a lot on her plate. So what exactly is your story with your history with my cousin? It's complicated. How's the food coming? A timer goes off and Stella excitedly pops open the oven, pulling out a tray of delectable biscuits. Funny you should ask. Looks like we're done here. And with that, breakfast is served. If the two of you wouldn't mind saving me just a couple of scraps, that meal smells absolutely delectable. Oh yeah, that's a fresh biscuit, all right. Still not as good as the diners, but if I could capture that kind of perfection, there would be no mountains left for me to conquer. Better to have the thrill of a challenge. I've been having a little bit of a hard time sleeping the past couple of nights. I'm sure you can relate. I think I needed a nice slow morning just like this, just hanging out. As soon as Stella started to get in, you're interrupted by a phone alarm sounding off. Oh shoot, I almost forgot, it's Mayor Jimmy Day. If they're even still doing it after last night. I wonder how far the news has spread. Either way, it's a good excuse to meet up with Oscar and see how Rosalina is doing. Gretchen scoffs at the mention of Mayor Jimmy. Mayor, my rear end, I certainly never voted for him. Gretchen says she didn't vote for him. Well, of course she didn't. Gretchen's a dog. Dogs can't vote. Stella falls silent. Maybe they should, though. How that would even work? Little paw prints? Never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's finish up and head on over. I'll make sure to bring some biscuits for the mayor. Biscuits? I can't believe Stella's bringing the good stuff on that lowlife. Gretchen doesn't seem to like Mayor Jimmy very much. Huh? Because she barked? Well, no one's stopping from bringing biscuits. Always good to be polite. Let's go. You and Stella make your way to the library. It's busier than usual. A small crowd has already formed in the corner of the main foyer. Now we're just waiting on Kanika. Oh, there she is. Surprised to see you here, Trona. I half expected you to have skipped town. Yes, the whole gang's here. I've been waiting to introduce Stronum to the mayor for like the entire time I've known her. It'll be worth it, trust us. Alright, shall we? He's a dog. You can tell this dog is a mayor from his little sash and his fancy top hat. There's a regal air about him, almost as if he knows the position of authority he's been elected to. And unless you're mistaken, the serious man by his side is Deputy Franklin, one of the policemen you spoke to following your encounter in the woods on Monday. The mayor's little nose starts twitching as you approach. His doggy eyes shine with a curious intensity. What have you got? You've got something? Something wet and nutty. Sure, offer him a campaign contribution. You hold out your now slightly rancid bag of boiled peanuts. The mayor nose twitches eagerly as there's at their strong odor, and then he's on them in a flash, ripping through the plastic and devouring the soft-shelled legume. Drop it, sir, drop it! Uh-oh. His security detail tries to tear him away, but it's too late. The peanuts are already eaten. Thank you for the generous campaign donation. Security goon? You'd better hope those nuts settle well if the mayor gets any tummy trouble after eating your disgusting pocket nuggets. Pocket nuggets? Why did I say that? Pocket peanuts. There'll be hell to pay. Why, I never. Now you see what I mean? Not so much as begging before he dove right for the snacks. I've smelled those peanuts on you since day one, and you never saw me become such an animal over them. Good morning, citizen. I don't believe we've met. He holds out his paw as if to shake your hand. Well, I'm gonna shake his paw. It's lovely to meet you, Mr. Mayor. You take his little paw in your hand, but the burly security detail stops you. No paw shaking, only head pass and ear scratches allowed. I must apologize for my security detail. He has my best interests at heart, but he can be a little gruff at times. I can say Gretchen says you're a lowlife. Watch it. Ah, Miss Gretchen, what must I do to earn your loyalty? I'll settle for anything less than you stepping down from office. Hey, aren't you Deputy Franklin? Not when I'm off duty. The mayor scoffs. Off duty. The services you render for me are more important than your police work. You still haven't found Luke's body. What are you even doing here? Like I said, I'm off duty, and I don't make a habit of discussing official police business with out-of-towners. And especially not with suspicious out-of-towners. Now, let's hear this stranger out. Tourism is a part of this town lifeblood after all. Mr. Mayor, there's something very serious going on in town. We need your help. Murmurs stir in the crowd behind you as you relay the danger to Mr. Mayor. Of course, the pet disappearances. I've been made aware of the situation. But what do you expect me to do about it? It's autumn. That's tourist season in Scarlet Hollow. I can't turn away the lifeblood of this town, not with the mine faltering the way it is. There was a mine collapse last night. We don't need any more news of disaster coming out of Scarlet Hollow. Do you understand? Wait, how do you know what's going on? Wait. Oh, so you know there are monsters laying eggs in the local animals and you're just going to let it happen. Laying eggs, don't be ridiculous. I'm sure that whatever is causing these disappearances is just a bear or a mountain lion. We've all smelled them up in the hills. They'll move on soon enough. This is a southern town. Plenty of people are armed around these parts. They'll take care of the problem before it gets out of hand. And in the meantime, it's best not to cause a panic. I'm a pillar of this community. It is my job to protect strength and to my constituents. I've heard just about enough from you, Jimmy. Look at you putting on a show in front of your adoring fans while the dogs of this town are snatched up by monsters in the woods, hoping the humans will clean it all up for you. When are you finally going to do something meaningful for the hairier citizens of Scarlet Hollow? Now, Miss Gretchen, there is no need. Scraps never would have let those things prowl the woods for so long. And yet you sit back waiting for the humans to notice and letting more innocent dogs suffer. You know, I almost lost my life to those things too the other night, and my goodness, haven't you heard about poor Duke? Now, Gretchen, a lot of those were the old dogs. It's fair for me to assume they simply went to the big farm state. Don't you dare talk to me about old dogs. Oh my god. She's got a good point, Mr. Mayor. You're damn right I do. Scraps would have been out in those woods at the first sign of trouble, tearing the throats of the creatures who dared threaten the dogs of Scarlet Hollow. Yet here he is, posing for the little rectangles like nothing is wrong in this town. Shit, that scared me. Gretchen squirms in Stella's arms, straining to get at Mayor Jimmy. Hey, whoa, Gretchen, calm down, old girl. You're gonna pull a muscle. Mr. Franklin, I think now is a good time to dispose of this riffraff. Miss Richmond, I'm gonna have to ask you and your dog to step away from the mayor. I should have known better. Those two would never have been able to get along. Stella walks off, still struggling to hold Gretchen as she shouts insults back at Jimmy. Ingrate! Now do a well, you dog! Kanika is quick to follow. I want you to imagine how you sound to the three humans who can't understand animals standing around you. It's just a bark fest. Well, let's follow them. It looks like everyone else is already talking to Oscar in the next room. Oh, it's Pastor Daniel. Before you can catch up to your companions, you're intercepted by a nervous man with a cross around his neck. It's hard to put a finger on it, but something compels you to dislike him. I know it wasn't just me. I'm pretty sure others just hear you talking normally. Yeah, but like, it's you talking to two barking dogs incessantly. But I knew there was something not to like about Pastor Daniel. Let me see the voice. Sounds like old Gretchen and the mayor may have some unresolved issues, wouldn't you say? I'm Pastor Daniel. I take it you're Tronum. Everyone's been buzzing about you. I'm so sorry about your aunt, but I'm sure she's in a better place now. Jesus Christ. Janie mentioned you this morning. That woman's the light of my life, and I'm so glad she's there to help your cousin through this rough patch. I can totally do that. Back off, preacher man. That's funny, I'm not gonna do that, but... The mayor is a huckster and a fraud. The bastard cares more about tourism than the fate of this town. The bastard goes quiet for a second, his face suddenly white as a sheet. The smile fades from his face as he stares at you intently, studying your expression. You too? He glances to either side before continuing. I thought I was the only one. What? What's happening? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the case. Just, Mr. Mayor, we need your help. So you know that those things are laying eggs in animals and you're just going to let it happen? Dogs start to get rowdy. She has a point, Mr. Mayor. Please come visit me at the church soon. Seems like we might have a lot to talk about. He speaks to animals too? No shot. He hurries off suddenly quiet and serious. Nothing to do now but catch up with your companions. Let's go after them. Wow. I heard from Tronum what happened, Oscar. I'm so sorry. Poor Rosalina, I can't even imagine how scary this has been for her. She seems in high spirits now, but they've got her on some pretty strong pain medication, so I'm not sure how she's going to feel when that wears off. And was that whole foot? Yeah, it's bad, but she's alive.
we'll both be able to move on from this. We just have to get through the tough part first. I should have done more for her. No, you don't have to beat yourself over this. She's actually been talking about you all morning. She's really happy that you were able to help her and all her little friends. She keeps saying how much she wants to bake you a cake. Oh my god, that is adorable. Of course, we need a real kitchen for that, not just a hot plate. I'm sorry to cut our conversation short, but I'd better be going. I was only supposed to come back to pick up a few things, but then the hospital called and said there's been some big bus accident on the highway and they need the bed, so I have to come pick her up. Even though our house is still haunted and the only place she can lie down until then is a dirty back room that drove her away in the first place, and Mayor Jimmy Day is happening. Sorry. I'm just a little overwhelmed. It's okay, Oscar. We're here to help. Yeah, we're gonna get that ghost. We could always go ahead and do the ghost bust or whatever we're calling it while you're out, and she'd be able to go right back to her old room as soon as she got back. That's probably a good idea, right? If only, but it doesn't seem to come out during the day. So any busting attempts are going to have to wait until nightfall. I'm still not even sure we can get rid of it at all. I think I'd have to see it for myself then. It was gone, it managed to trick me a couple of times, and I can't handle any more surprises right now. I've got every ghost haunting device known to man. You're in good hands, Oscar. And we got the power of friendship on our side. Heck yeah, we do. If anime has taught me anything, is that power of friendship is unstoppable. Don't forget to drink. Fuck, I need to make my tea. Should I make my tea now? Because I didn't bring any beverage. Let me just get through this part and then I think I'll go make some tea. Deal? That's a lovely sentiment. I'm sure Rosalina will at least be glad to know you all did your best to help her. I'm heading out. It should be dark by the time we get back, so I suppose I'll see you all then. Sure. Listen, we're playing the video game, and then I'll make my tea. Oscar hurries off, car keys jingling as he jogs out the door. Oh yeah, Tronum, we made dinner plans with our Paul Reese yesterday. I'm sure his mom would be totally fine with an extra guest. Will she? Absolutely, and maybe we can even get him to come ghost hunting with us. You don't have that much time to kill before the evening's activities. You're going to need dinner. A free meal is a free meal. Oh no, you're gonna try to get Dr. Kelly to let him leave the house, are you? She'll kick us out for even asking. I wonder if he even knows what happened last night. I don't know how disconnected he is from the news around town. Geez, should we tell him? Gosh, I don't know. Maybe we'll just play by ear. Anyway, shall we? Time to go. So I finally met Pastor Daniel. It was only a matter of time until he tried to pull you aside about grief counseling. When my dad died, I had to ban him from the general store for a week. He wouldn't stop leaving these little pamphlets about the checkout. I don't know where he finds so many. I think he comes off as a little weird because he shares my gift. Your gift? The one where I can talk to animals? He corroborated some of the things the mayor told me. Wait, really? Whoa. Okay, assuming for a minute that both you and Pastor Daniel have the magical power of speaking to animals, I don't think that's enough to explain how weird the guy is. For instance, you don't make my skin crawl. He does. I wonder how many people out there share your gift. There's so many implications. I'm going to continue to pretend that Tronum is just really good at reading animal body language. I don't think I can handle many more world-shattering revelations this week. So, about the mayor. Right, you seem to have some choice words for him. You should wait for Scrap's next election. That's who Gretchen supports. The Stray? Love that guy. He just seemed a little less mayoral than Jimmy, but if he's got Gretchen's support. I've always liked Scraps. Gretchen's got good taste. I'm gonna say, I wonder if the pastor's cursed. I felt something odd when he came up to me, and the way everyone dislikes him seems excessive, unnaturally excessive. I know this is weird coming from me, but not everything in town has to be spooky for supernatural reasons. Sometimes people just give off bad vibes. Agreed. We're allowed to dislike him even though he hasn't done anything wrong that we know of. I'm going to remind Tabitha about the evening's ghost hunt secretly. You discreetly shoot your cousin a text reminding her about the evening's ghost hunt. Stella and Kanika will find out about it if she actually shows up. Let's head to Reese. Alright, shall we head out? And I guess now I'm gonna go make my tea. So I will be right back. Give me about like 5 minutes, okay? Mwah. Okay, I am back with my tea. I also brought another blanket because it was chillier than I thought it would be. Listen, it's very hot during the day, but the nights are getting chillier. Welcome back. Thank you. I wonder if Speak with Animals has to be in an in-person universe. Like, will the characters with that ability be able to understand Gretchen if they watch old Stella YouTube videos? If so, could they end unsure if someone who stays off screen for a video is a person or an animal? I think if they can speak, oh right, because it's only speak with animals, not necessarily like, I see what you're saying. Because I was gonna say, yeah, of course they can figure out, and even if they watch like YouTube videos, they would be able to understand. But at the same time, she's not there directly speaking with them. So yeah, that makes sense. I really haven't given it a lot of thought. Maybe they don't. Maybe they wouldn't be able to through like YouTube videos. Well, the three of you leave the library for an early dinner at Reese's. Hi, Dr. Kelly's. Oh, I have a bug on my monitor. The bug. Is Wayne here? No, he is not. You find yourself in front of what must be Reese's house. A cold hesitation grips you as the building looms over the hilltop. Though it's only early afternoon, it feels much later, and the sun's already sinking behind the tall mountains that surround Scarlet Hollow. Wait, Stella, before we go in there, you told Tron about Reese's situation, right? What, his art? Oh, the illness thing. No, we've been a little busy for small talk, with all the scary events going on. God, this has been a long week already. Well, like Stella said, Reese has an illness, and Dr. Kelly's really serious about it, so please don't make her mad or she'll yell at us. The door swings open. Hey. Reese! Oh my god, dude, it's been ages. You must be Tronum, right? Stella told me you were coming. My goodness gracious, there's something that smells terribly off about that boy. Get away from my Stella, you fiend! Gretchen starts yelping at Reese, straining against Stella's grip as she tries to get between them. It's Dr. Spencer Reed? I don't know about that. How you been? Are you feeling better? Are they here already? Oh my god. Hi, Dr. Kelly. I know you'd showed up early, Stella. And you brought another guest. And the dog. Great. Comes and goes. I hope it'll be at least stable. Yeah, I thought she might cheer Reese up. I don't know what's gotten into her all of a sudden. The dog stays outside. But it's okay, Stella. We can let her chill in my van for a bit. I'll run the AC and leave her some oh my god. Right, I didn't hydrate. Zethus, I'm gonna hydrate now, okay? Oh my god, that tea's hot. Okay. I got my tree tea. Okay. I'll run the AC and leave her some treats. You know I always have some of those easy chew dog jerky stashed away. That's gal, the gumption. This is a violation of my rights. But we go everywhere together. Do you want to come in or not? Kanika nervously tugs Stella away toward her van. You keep us safe from that monster, Tronum, you hear? You don't let a feather from harm fall of my darling Stella. Dr. Kelly quietly eyes you while the three of you wait. I am not gonna say that because I know exactly what he is. I am not gonna say that either. Fancy seeing you here. Sure, now come on in. Let's get this over with. You follow Reese and Dr. Kelly inside. Stella and Kanika aren't far behind you. The house feels cold. Not only is there an odd chill in the air, but the building itself is too sterile, uncomfortably tidy to the point where you're nervous to touch anything. If it weren't for the aroma store-bought dinner rolls baking in the oven and the unsettling artwork hanging on the walls, you'll be half convinced you'd wander into a real estate showing. So how can we lend a hand? By sitting down at the table and not puttering around in my kitchen. Arrives at someone's house. Fancy seeing you here. Well, I was just trying to make my move, but it didn't work. I made sure everything was done well in advance, so the only thing left are the rolls, which shouldn't be long. Then we can have a quick dinner and you can leave my house and go about your business. But I was kind of hoping to see Reese's new art. We still have time now, right? You aren't seriously considering subjecting your friends to a disaster of a room, are you? It's not that bad. You can still see the floor. Dr. Kelly raises an angle. Oh my god. Raises an angle. Today is definitely a day. Dr. Kelly raises a single questioning eyebrow. I don't mind a little mess. Yeah, I doubt it could be any worse than the way I keep my room. Yeah, okay, fine. As long as you stay out of the kitchen, I don't care what you get up to. Cool. We'll be downstairs. You wouldn't even know we're here. I doubt that. You make your way towards the basement stairs. Yep, this is just as fucking creepy as I remember it. This is the basement of a tortured artist. The scarlet canvases line its edges while trash and sketches leak out from their piles in the corners of the room. Hiding the bare cement floor, ghoulish faces coat the walls in paint, sneering out their creator. Your mom is so scary. She can be a little intense, kind of overprotective, but which I guess makes sense. Anyway, make yourselves comfortable. You'll have to forgive the mess. I've been distracted lately, haven't been cleaning much. So, Stella told about... Oh. I don't know if you could hear my alarm, but I snoozed it. I need to take my supplement. Oh my god, do I have supplement here? I need to get supplement. Man. So Stella told you about everything that's happened the past couple of days. Every detail. I wish I could see some of it myself, but you know. He gestured in futility toward the wall of the basement. Are you sure you can just sneak out on one of these nights? The talk isn't keeping me a prisoner here, Stella. I'm sick, you know that. I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to. There's nothing to apologize for, and I appreciate the effort, really, I do. There's just nothing you can really rescue me from. That die has already been cast. But we were talking about the past couple of days, weren't we? Do you have any thoughts on the ditchlings we've been seeing? Yeah, they've been coming to my window at night. Wait, really? Is that why you texted me that they look like something out of your nightmares? Yeah, I thought I was hallucinating. I hadn't put together that we might have been seeing the same thing until now. I've been sketching them, actually. Tell me what you think. Oh yeah, that's gross. He pulls out a sketchbook from one of the piles in his room. Okay, that's exactly what I saw on my way home last night. What does it mean that they've been lurking around here, though? I don't know, but I like the company. They're kind of beautiful in a sad way, if you ask me. I agree to disagree with you, Dara. Those things are going to be stuck in my nightmares until the day I die. Do you think the town is doomed? I think everything is probably doomed at some point, but I guess that's answering a question with a different question. Do I think the town of Scarlet Hollow is on the brink of collapse? Probably not, but it's not like I have a lot of perspective on what it's like out there. There could be a rioting on Main Street if Stella or the doc didn't tell me. I just wouldn't know. I would totally tell you if there was a riot. Would Dr. Kelly tell you, though? I mean, yeah, I'd hope so, but the point I'm trying to make is that other people are my eyes out there. What do you think of my cousin? She was always so distant and mean. I probably would have thought she had it out for me personally. She wasn't like that towards everyone. Or if I thought she even knew my name. But people change. Maybe she's nicer now. She's still terrible. You guys just never took the chance to get to know her. She's actually really funny and sweet. I'll pass, thanks. I'm not gonna talk about Wayne. Let's leave it at that. You decide to leave it at that. Your whole situation's gotta be rough, sorry. Thanks, but I've been dealing with this thing for a while, so you don't even have to feel sorry for me. I've come to terms with the way the rest of my life's going to be. You're so macabre. You make it sound like you've been sentenced to death. Uh-oh. You haven't, right? Not exactly. No one really knows what's wrong with me, but it's been getting worse. I can barely keep most food down. My skin's always itches like there are worms crawling underneath it. I could live for a long time or a short time, no one's sure. But I'm definitely not going to be better. Whatever time I have left is going to be miserable. So I've done my mourning. My best years are behind me. My future is unknowable. But one day I'll wind up in a pine box just like everyone else, and I'm okay with that. Damn, Reese, I may be goth, but that's some real nihilistic shit. We'll make sure to come by more often from here on out. Friendship heals all wounds, right? Thanks, Vice. But you really shouldn't worry about me. I have my art. I'm doing fine, really. What's your diagnosis, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind, though the answer isn't very illuminating. It's not one particular thing, but a whole mess of nasty little things that add up to one big diagnosis of bad genes. Guess I pulled up the losing card in the DNA lottery. And hey, it isn't all bad. Just some of it is just weird, like this. Riz pulls on the skin of his arm, it stretches unnaturally. Oh my god. And his nails too. Don't think I have noticed that. Hyperelasticity. Kinda cool, right? Whoa. Does that not hurt? Nope, it feels fine. Like I said, it gets itchy under the skin sometimes, but I don't know if that's the elasticity, the medicine, or some other part of my condition. Your art. Each piece excludes a sickening miasma. It's like you can feel something squirming behind the paint, the brushstrokes acting as a steel bar, strapping some anguish being within. I feel the emotions you put into these. They're breathing, just behind the paint, radiating pain and anguish. I know what you mean. I feel it too. When I'm working on them, it's like I'm channeling whatever's plaguing me into the paint and what they've done. And I feel like I've been emptied out, and all the vile things inside of me have been sealed away in the canvas. That's why I make so many of them. Sometimes when I return to a piece, it's almost like I'm offering an invitation for those feelings to slither back under my skin. There are some pieces I can't even look at. I hide them until I forget they exist. I'd rather not let those particular feelings back in. Sounds like kind of therapy. That seems healthy, probably. Yeah, art therapy. It sounds like it does you good. Being empty must be better than being full of bad thoughts, right? Yeah, I think so. Worked for me, at least. Quite the movie collection you've got. Got any recs? Let me think. So, have you heard of Shinochi, Death Blood? I saw that for the first time recently and it blew me away. Excellent example of both Japanese horror found footage done right. We could even put it on after dinner if you guys are interested. Damn, I would usually be down for that, but we've got it over to Oscar's after this. Yeah, we promised we'd ghost bust this place. He's apparently been dealing with a bad haunting. And I feel like we should really be there for him tonight, considering everything that's happened. He and Rosalina both need our support right now. Well, let's remain silent. I think... Wait, or can we watch a movie, though? Wait. Can I skip the ghost hunting? Is that an option? Let's see, we could always ditch. This movie sounds good. Oh, Tronum, you're so funny. Yeah, funny. Oh, I guess I can't. Want to come ghost hunting with us tonight? Oh wow, do you think you'd be down for that? We'd love to have you. That would be so amazing, but I hadn't had the best luck leaving the house lately. Even just walking to town is enough to put me in bed for a week. It's tough. But make sure you bring your camera, Stella. I want to see everything that happens. If you need someone to pose for your paintings this week, that's so kind of you to offer. If you're okay with hanging out at weird hours, I'd love for you to come by and sit for me. It's been a long time since I was able to draw anyone but myself, and I really appreciate the company. So you three go way back, huh? Almost to the womb. The school is here is a tiny K-12, not exactly a one-room schoolhouse, but not far from it. We're lucky we all got along as much as we did. Some kids weren't able to make any friends their own age. They just happened to be born around the same time as some real jerks and were stuck with them through their whole school career. Poor kids. Not that we were free from dealing with jerks like a certain Scarlet I could name. Okay, she was a little rough around the edges, but she was pretty friendly when it got past that. Maybe to you. The way she used to look at me, you'd think I rolled in something foul every morning before school. Same here, though to be fair, the feeling was more mutual between us. She deserved it, though. We'll remain silent. Reese's mom shouts from the kitchen. Dinner's on the table. I'm not gonna shout, as I've said before. Guess that's it for catching up. Make sure you all wash your hands with soap. Wait, let me text my boyfriend to bring me my magnesium. Okay, maybe you'll see it. I don't want anyone sharing their germs. Sure thing, Doc. I'm not going to lie to her. Yes, ma'am. You make your way toward the sink, but are stopped in your tracks by the pull of an odd door at the front of at the end of the hallway. It feels out of place, like you've accidentally wandered into a different, older house, but more than that, you feel something radiating out from behind it, something dark and cold. You felt this before, in the dusty tunnels you so narrowly escaped last night. An oppressive hum, like a muted scream, heard through the layers of rock trying to draw you toward it. You feel lightheaded. You are compelled to approach the door, drawn in as if hypnotized. Something wants you to find it. Well, maybe I should open the door. Oh. I can snap myself out of it. Let's do it. You do your best to snap yourself out of it, turning into the bathroom and dutifully washing your hands before joining your companions at the table. Okay, I did it. Dinner is already laid out. Dinner rolls, spaghetti, and a light salad for Kanika. Not for Kanika. Then a light salad, period. Kanika anxiously picks at her food. Stella is nervously talkative, and Reese is suddenly quiet and tense, his shoulders tight as his mother perches on the chair next to his. Dr. Kelly's eyes, all of you, with a sharp, fierce gaze. I have my magnesium. Alright, I have some tea. Alright. Supplement has been taken. She sits opposite you at the far head of the table, her features silhouetted against the light of setting sun in the window behind her. Pills. She slides a few tablets toward Reese. He obediently swallows them. This is excellent, Dr. Kelly. Is the pasta sauce homemade? No, it's from a jar. I worked too many hours to make my own pasta sauce. Well, you have excellent taste in brands, and if you ever want any tips on easy home-cooked pasta sauces, you know I... No thanks, Stella. I have the internet if I need recipes. Thanks again for having us, Dr. Kelly. We really appreciate it. Oh, I'm not gonna say that. No. More tea? I don't think we want to talk about any of that. Honestly, I'm just gonna remain silent. You remain silent, quietly picking at store-bought spaghetti and dinner rolls. So we were talking about maybe watching a movie sometime this week while Tronum is still in town. We'll have to see how you're feeling. I can handle a movie, Doc. We'll just sit downstairs in the dark. Reese is used to that. I'm sure he'll be okay. You're always overestimating how much you're able to do, Reese. This is why you keep getting sick. If I get sick, so what? It's not like that's ever going to change. I'm sick every day. I'm not getting any better. I don't want to spend the last few miserable years of my life holed up in the basement alone just because seeing my friends has been too strenuous. I'm an adult, for God's sake. I can't believe I have to ask for permission from my mom just to have friends over. Reese stops mid-sentence, wincing in pain and wrapping himself in his arms. Don't say things like that. I'm doing everything I can try to fix. Silence as Dr. Kelly's eyes shoot open. Reese? Reese abruptly pulls himself from the table and leaves. Damn it, I knew this would be too much. Everyone get out of my house, please. Just leave us alone. Stop trying to interfere with his life. All it does is hurt him more. But we can just leave him like this. Now is when he needs friends the most. No, now is when he needs me the most. I'm his doctor and his mother. I know you care about him, I know that, and he knows it too. But all any of you would do is just get in the way. So just leave, please. Well... Sorry, we'll get out of your way. Good. The three of you are rushed to the door. We'll be back, Reese. I hope you feel better soon. Dr. Kelly shuts the door in your faces. The click of a lock signals the end of your dinner at Reese's. The door to the clinic felt like it had the same pull on me as the carving in the mines. Do you think something's back there? Another one of those carvings in there somewhere, I'm certain of it. Okay, that'd be really weird. If we find it, do you think you'd get another vision? I'm just spitballing here, but I wonder if that... Oh my god. I wonder if what that carving showed you last night is related to the ditchlings. You're not suggesting we'd go poking around in there, are you? Of course I am. Maybe tomorrow. I am not breaking into Dr. Kelly's clinic based on a bad vibe Turnham got. Oh shit, do you think Reese might have a supernatural affliction? Like, related to what you felt in there? If he did, why wouldn't Dr. Kelly have it? It makes more sense if he just has a genetic condition, assuming there isn't any foul play. Foul play? The whole thing's just fishy, and after tonight, I feel like my fear of Dr. Kelly is a lot more justified than I thought. She's just overprotective. I'm sure that's all that's going on, and she has every right to be. I mean, the poor guy took 2 bites of food and got sick immediately. I can't imagine what it's like for both of them to go through. Look, I'm just saying maybe there are more to the dynamic than just being sick, but it's not like that much we can do about it right now. We could probably go back and forth on this for a while. Let's grab Gretchen and get going. The sun is setting and we wouldn't want to miss a second of ghost action. Stella hurries off down the hill, almost as if to run away from what has happened. You and Kanika follow her down the slowly darkening street. Lit by the orange hues of the setting sun, the library feels different. What was once a quaint building in a small town now stands as an imposing structure, its walls holding something that stares back at you with a menace. Maybe Kanika's right. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and the rest of tonight's going to be a pleasant break from the events of the past few days. But you know that's not the case. There's something old and powerful in there, and you can feel it stir in the sun. Stir as the sun sets and daylight fades away. Well, let's enter the library. Just as its exterior was intimidating in the setting sun, the inside of the library is dark, its shadows deep and foreboding. They meet and greet with the mayor ended quite some time ago, and the throngs of visitors took whatever joy was in this place with them as they left. Hey, Oscar, back yet? Shh, you can't yell in the library. It's against the rules. It's after hours. Rules only apply before 5 p.m. Now it's our domain. Hey, you're just in time. Let me get more tea. Rosalind is situated in the back room. Alex is going to keep her company while we hopefully get this all sorted out. I'd love for her to be able to sleep in her own bed tonight. How's she doing? She's not quite as chipper as she once was. Hold on. Radio. She's not quite as chipper as she was when she was on the stronger meds, but she's still doing surprisingly well. Alexis has been at her side non-stop. She's been a really good friend. Rosalind and I are both lucky to have her now. I'm glad she's back home at least, and we'll be able to get her back into a real home in no time. I've come fully loaded. Got my EMF reader, temperature gauge, spirit box, and infrared camera. UV light, video cameras, salt, flashlights for everybody in case the ghost messes with the electricity, parabolic microphones, sharpies, and paper for automatic writing matches, and candles for rituals. And you've got your spectre sniffling compatriot at your side too. This nose can sniff out any nerd-doer we might find, whether spirit or scoundrel. Oh, and a Ouija board. I know they're toys, but you never know what might come in handy. Wow, this is a lot of ghost hunting stuff for something that was so last minute. Do you just have this stuff ready to go out in a bug-out bag or something? Of course I do. I actually stashed a couple of bags here overnight after I got back from the mines. Excuse me? I wasn't about to carry everything around all day. This way we can go in light and This way we can go in light and pop out to grab more stuff once things start get spooky. I may have never found any compelling evidence of ghosts, but that's not for lack of trying. And after last night, I'm more than ready to try again. Well, there's something back there and I can feel it. Really, this is so exciting. I can't wait to finally see a ghost. Yeah, exciting's a word. We'll see how you two feel about that once things get started. Yo, don't rush off ghost hunting without saying. No way I was gonna forget your promise, Stella. Zane, glad you could make it. I was confronted with my own mortality for the first time yesterday, so I'm desperate for some answer about the afterlife to ease my troubled mind. Now let's go master some ghosts. My oh my, this certainly is a lot of humans for one little old ghost hunt. I do hope this means my dear Stella will be safe this evening, and that whatever foul creatures lurk in the shadows choose to prey on someone else. I hope my house is big enough for 5 ghost hunters at once. If this is everyone, we can go ahead and get started. It's through the back, follow me. Oh, it's Pixel. I wonder if I should leave the ghost hunting for next stream. because I don't think I'll be able to finish it all today anyway. But I also don't want to leave it halfway, you know? Let me see where I left my YouTube video the last time. The first time I played was 2 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, and it was also right before it. So I think I'll do that again.
That's where I've seen the ghosts manifest. I wonder if the ghost will even show as many people.
It was right before it. So yeah, I think I'll do the same thing again. Like right before the big event, I think I'm going to end it. And we do the big ghost hunting next stream. But let's continue for a bit more. Yeah, that section is quite long, plus you might have a full cast. Do I? I don't know. I think Rosalina came by last time and she won't. What voice was Pixels?
Hey human, kicks ghost ass, okay? All my stuff's in there.
Thank you, Pixel. Looks like the sun is almost set. This is when stuff usually starts to kick off. I haven't been inside for about a week, so I have no idea what to expect. Hey! Oh my god, there she is! Oh no. I'm glad Alexis has stood by, you know. You're not doing this without me. If there's a ghost, I want to see it with my own eyes. Sorry, Mrs. Gutierrez. I tried to stop her, but she was really convincing. Oh, hi, Zane. What's up? Yo. Rosalina, you're not supposed to be out of bed. Well, let her come with us. It's her house too. Yes, I agree. It's best to give this pup the chance to face our obstacles head on. Take it from an old soul like me. Yeah, I've done it on resting. It's not like hobbling around in the library is any different than hobbling around our house. I miss being there. I miss feeling home. You shouldn't be hobbling around at all. Just take it easy until you're more healed. It's gonna hurt having to wait for next stream. I understand. But we're gonna have to be strong. I've gotta learn to walk around eventually. Might as well start while I'm out on pain meds. And our house is one story. It's not like I'm climbing Everest. Oscar sighs. The answer is no, Rosa. You need to rest. As if I can get any rest in that crappy little back room. I want our house back. I'm coming with you. Crappy? Since when do you use your language like that? And we have taken this... And we have this taken care of. Nearly half the town is here to help. What are you gonna do, old man? You can stop me. I'm injured, remember? I'm not that old. You better turn around or I'll grind you. Dad, I'm pretty sure as I'm grounded as I can get. And I'm fine. This doesn't even hurt. I don't feel anything. That's because you're on painkillers. Rosa, it doesn't mean that. But Rosalina ignores him, grimacing but confident as she hobbles forward on her crutches. Oscar says and does nothing to stop her. Okay. Take another sip of my tea. You all cross over the threshold and enter Oscar's living room. Family photos line the walls and stacks of books sit comfortably on wooden furniture. And there's that feeling again, like the mines, like the door to the clinic. A dusty, suffocating, dizzying feeling. Something is in this house, though whether it's a ghost or something worse, you cannot know. Okay. Looks pretty normal for now. I don't remember that picture being on the floor, but that could be non-supernatural. None of my equipment is picking up anything around the picture. But I'll set it up a camera in case it falls again.
could be important evidence.
You might want to save your cameras for Rosalina's room. That's where I've seen the ghost manifest. It's just down the hall. Oscar and Kanika stare, startled as the door swings open. There she is! Hold it. You're not taking my cousin along on any more of your little hijinks without me. Tabby! I can't believe you had the audacity to give me the slip earlier today, Trunam. After I explicitly asked you not to. At least you did me the courtesy of letting me know exactly where you'd be tonight, so I didn't have to waste my time looking for you. Wait, Trunam, you invited her? Wow, Trunam, you really brought the whole gang together today. I have every right to be here, Kanika. My family built this place, you know. Yeah, I know. We all know Trunam made you think... Trunam, what made you think inviting her was a good idea? What? I like her. We're friends. Really? No, I'm just here chaperoning. Wow, Trunam, do you have any idea how hard it is to get these two in the same room? This is amazing. Yeah, amazing. That's a word for it. Sounds like we're in for an interesting night. I wonder if the ghost will even show up with this many people around. Oh dear, could someone please warm the air back up? My joints are creaking in this dreadful chill. Wait, is it just me or does it suddenly feel colder? It sure does. I definitely feel that. The temperature gun says it's actually a couple of degrees colder, but that's normal. Rooms and hallways are sometimes colder than older parts of the house. Whoa, a genuine cold spot. I'm gonna snap a pic for posterity. Is that it? That isn't very scary. Wait, Rosalina, if the ghost mostly manifests in your room, shouldn't you have seen it? I've only seen the stain. Dad made me switch rooms with him way before we moved out. I wasn't about to let my daughter sleep in a haunted bedroom. I spent most of my nights on the couch before we set up shop in the library. But even if there is something back there, I'm not scared of it. I'm mad at it. Y'all are so brave. I'd be terrified sleeping somewhere that might have a ghost. What if? Alright gang, I think we'll cover more ground if we split up and search for clues. Oh, I got an achievement. Sure, me and my cousin can search the least dangerous room, like a bathroom or a closet. No, absolutely, I think we all know how that would go. Ghosts or not, splitting up is always a recipe for disaster. Yeah, you're probably right. If we discover a ghost here, we should all discover it together. That's not exactly the angle I was going for, but okay. We be missing Avery. Maybe on episode 2, I'd have to meet him. Because we didn't. We only met him on episode 3. Yo, once we find the ghost, how are we gonna get rid of it? Like, how does one bust such a thing? Well, my ghost hunting kit has symbols for every major religion, assorted holy books, a bunch of salt, and some jars for ectoplasm. And if worst comes to worst, we can always use the Ouija board to politely ask it to leave. Aren't Ouija boards like super cursed? Are you sure that wouldn't make it mad or invite a demon into the house or something? Ouija boards are toys, and the only power they have is scaring kids at slumber parties. I think I'd rather not take the chance. One ghost is enough to deal with, and don't much like the thought of opening a door for something worse. Whoa, you've never been this superstitious, Dad. This ghost really has you freaked out. Okay. Oscar takes a deep breath before continuing. Let's head to Rosalina's room. Follow me. Yep, and there's the stain. Whoa. This is where I've seen it. It appears on top of the stain. I'm gonna hop off now. I have an important day tomorrow. Well, you have fun. I'm just gonna like do a couple more lines of dialogue and I'll also be off. So you have a good day tomorrow. And I'll post on Discord when I'll stream next, okay? You have fun and rest well. Bye-bye. Do you mean this massive blood stain? It stinks to high heaven. Yeesh, that's gotta be tough to scrub out. Doesn't county own this house? Do they know about the damaged carpet? Have you seen your house? I don't see how that's relevant. Weird, I'm not getting anything. It's not even cold. It's the same temperature as the living room. Nothing on the EMF either. Then your equipment is wrong. The stain is definitely paranormal. I've scrubbed it out too many times to count, and it just keeps coming back. Malphite, hi. It's just a stain, Dad. Can't we just cover it back up? I don't mind sleeping in here. Let's get scientific about this. If you scrub the stain out a bunch, maybe that's a part of a summoning ritual. I've never heard of a bleach-activated ghost before. You don't use bleach to clean a carpet, Tabitha. Whatever, how was I supposed to know that? Not everybody gets to learn how to clean things. If you're offering free carpet cleaning, be my guest. The stain is an attempt at expression. There are no words, no decipherable patterns, but you can still feel it. A cry for help from something that has lost its voice. Yeah, I think y'all are focusing too much on cleaning the stain and not enough on what it's made of, which is blood. Ghost blood. Or it's just a rusty pipe leaking all over your floor. I think that'd be a bigger problem than what Tronum and Stella are suggesting. Have you all tried ripping up the carpet to see what's causing the stain? The government owns this house. There's no way I'm leaving a big red stain in the carpet. I made sure it was pristine every morning. Besides, I also kind of assumed it was a ghost blood, which it is. Don't worry, I'm sure they'll just take you to court for neglect instead. Kanika is obviously right. Did it really not occur to you that there could be a leaky pipe under the floor? What if there's something written under there? Only one way to be sure. Stella excitedly starts sucking at the corner of the carpet. Are we digging? Let me help. This is my area of expertise, after all. Oh dear. You're doing the government a favor, really. Oh. Stella pulls back the carpet, revealing a hatch. The floor around it stained a reddish brown. What if there isn't a ghost after all? What if someone lives down there? Okay, maybe I don't want to sleep in here. A hatch. This is even better than finding a message. But there's no basement in this house. At least we weren't told about a basement. And look, all the red stuff is coming from underneath. Oh yeah, this is super haunted and all right. You've got a basement chock full of ghosts. I can just feel it. You know, last month was super rainy. It's clearly been a long time since anyone stepped foot in the basement or crawl space or whatever it is under that hatch. There must be a leak that flooded the whole area under the house. The water dissolved the caulk around the edge and leaked through the carpet, and it's red because North Carolina has red-ass dirt. Simple as that. It's not mud, it's blood. Human blood, I tested it. But Tabitha and Kanika, well, you tested it wrong. It can't be blood, right? Kanika's right, you've got a muddy floor, and that's why it's so cold in here too. There's wet dirt under the house. Congratulations, we've solved your ghost problem. No way. There's an old hatch in the floor that someone tried to seal up. We're not leaving until we know what's down there. I'm with Stella. This is my room, and I need to know what's down there. Have you considered they may have tried sealing it up because it's unsafe? Uh-oh, do you think the flooding could have made the house unstable? I'm a little on ghost hunting, but I don't know if I could crawl in another dangerous crevice. I'm going for it. And this is where I'll stop. This is where I will take my leave. Let's return. And let's quit. Wait, can I amend menu? I did save, so it's okay. And let's quit. And that'll be all for today. Let me put stream ending. I'm very excited to continue. Because I have the mystical trait, I do wonder how the ghost hunting will go. I'm sure it can go a lot of different ways, so hopefully it'll be more dramatic, or maybe it won't. Who knows? But for now, I'll end stream. Let me just see if anyone's playing it that we could raid, maybe. Maybe slay the princess. Or maybe I'll just end it here. I really appreciate you all coming along and keeping me company while I continue on this journey. Thanks for the stream. Take care. See you soon. See you soon as well. You all take care. Rest well. And I'll come back next week, okay? Bye-bye, everyone. Have a good rest of your week. Mwah!